The eviction moratorium put in place by the CDC will end on December 31st. It prevents renters from being thrown out of their homes due to non-payment during the pandemic. Fox 17's Ryan Cummings explains the local resources if you find yourself fighting for a place to live.
If lawmakers do not pass another extension for renters, landlords can once again start evicting people for non-payment at the first of the year. And that means a lot of courts could be overloaded with cases in a matter of weeks.
It is entirely possible that the courts will have influx of activity as we come out of the most restrictive parts of the pandemic.
State Court Administrator Judge Tom Boyd says Michigan courts are prepared. They can increase or decrease in-person and virtual proceedings as needed to deal with any evictions that may come through the system.
There's a lot of human loss and suffering that the courts can't fix, but it doesn't mean we don't feel it and have empathy and are trying everything we possibly can to provide the connections to the social safety net that are appropriate.
And those safety nets, like rental assistance, are key. Michigan blocked evictions for non-payment earlier this year. The CDC order is the only thing left, running out on New Year's Eve unless it's extended by Congress. It allows qualified renters to sign a declaration and give it to their landlord if they can't pay because of a loss of a job. Tens of thousands of others are still waiting on their unemployment checks and are unable to cover their rent.
We don't know if it will be extended or if it's extended, what that might look like.
Karen Chapkus is the director of litigation for Legal Aid of Western Michigan, an agency covering 17 counties, helping low-income renters and seniors with a variety of issues, including evictions. It just started an eviction diversion program this year because of COVID.
To help tenants get through these court cases, help to negotiate dismissals and payment plans with their landlords, and kind of work through these cases so that we didn't end up with everybody evicted when the state moratorium came off.
Some in Kent County could get up to $3,500 in CARES Act funding, possibly even more depending on your qualifications and whether there's money left or a waiting list.
There is a cap on some of the money. There's a limit to how much they can pay, and so then tenants would be responsible to either find other assistance or to come up with a payment plan.
The CDC moratorium is not a blanket protection. Renters still owe their past due amount, and landlords can evict for damaged property, illegal activity, or breach of lease, just not for non-payment, at least until the new year.
We're sort of telling folks, okay, this is what we know now, so this is the information we have to help you plan now. If something changes, we'll change the plan.
The money that's been set aside for the CARES Act to help these renters through their tough time has to be spent by the end of the month. If you need help, legal help with evictions or anything else during this pandemic, you can head to fox17online.com and click on this story for a list of resources. Reporting in Grand Rapids, Ryan Cummings, Fox 17 News.